This is what they look like in the wild. Ugh. Hey, good morning. Today is my last day in California. Well, I leave tomorrow, but today is my last full day, and it's gonna be a fun one. I'm not even sure what I'm doing today, but I know I'm meeting up with some pretty cool people. I'm gonna meet up with Zane again, Kashi, David Dobrik, Gabby, just to name a few. Who knows what else. That may or may not be in today's vlog because I have to protect them a little bit in the sense that we have to wait till their videos come out. So it might be in today's vlog or it might be in the next couple days vlog. What do you say we get started? Tell you what, you can always tell a reptile house when you see something like this. He's got the back of a truck. He's got chameleons in the back of the truck. He's got cages over here. This is my buddy Jason. He helped me out a ton on this trip. Great guy. Without him, I would have been really screwed. So just dropping off some animals for him, and then we're gonna head over to, and hey, by the way, guys, cutting out a lot of the stuff that we shot today because it's gonna interfere with videos that are going to be out next week. So again, I'll play those clips later, sometime in the next few days. You'll see what I filmed.
Can I touch him?
You can absolutely touch him.
Oh my gosh.
But listen, I tell you what, seriously, even I get freaked. If I got startled, I'd even freak out about something like that.
No,
you know
of course,
what I mean?
anybody would.
This is my other little buddy.
There it is. Crockett.
Yeah, so this is my little guy, Allie.
Allie the alligator?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, Allie's a crocodile. Oh.
But this guy actually did bite me yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And like, did you put your finger in front of his mouth, or he just like turned around and did it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Earlier, but today we're gonna drop off some animals right now. We're done filming and collabing right now. We are gonna head over to Jay over at Prehistoric Pets. So I started my adventure in California by visiting Prehistoric Pets, and I'm gonna end my adventure, well, not end it, but one of the last things I'm gonna do, tonight at least, is visit Prehistoric Pets again. Last time I didn't get a chance to really show you guys a lot of things, so today I'll get a chance to do a little more of that. Just a handful of turtles. Those guys are like my Speedy, but a lot bigger. So I told you guys I was gonna show you a handful of cool animals the last time I was at Prehistoric, but the lights were out, it was late, and so I had to come back, of course. And I wanted to start with this guy right here. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a patternless rock python. Now, it's really similar to the patternless green Burmese pythons, but of course a different species. It's really, you know, it's in the same genus, which is python, of course, but these guys are from Africa. And there's two species. There's the sedate and then there's the natalensis when it comes to the African rock pythons. This is the larger version. So these guys will get, you know, 18, 19 foot, and they typically have a little bit of a cantankerous attitude, but as you can see, this guy is absolutely gorgeous. And again, it's a recessive mutation, so you can actually produce more of these things. Jay surprised me with the second one. This is, and so I was telling you what the other ones look like. This is what they look like in the wild. Ugh. And again, these guys are a little bit more, they're like a cross almost between a retic and a Burmese python. So they look a lot like a Burmese python, but they act a little bit more like a retic. They move a lot, and sometimes they can get a little bit snappy, but these guys are really cool, man. So there you go, African rock python. Guys, take a look at this croc monitor. I mean, this thing is so cool. Oh my gosh, that is a beastie. And those guys have some of the most gnarly teeth you could ever imagine. I mean, something like this hits you, you are literally going to the hospital for a while. It's absolutely crazy. Probably one of the, as a matter of fact, their teeth are so crazy that they often have blood in their mouth because they cut their own mouth with their teeth. That's how gnarly those teeth are. But they're super cool. I mean, one of my favorite monitor lizards for sure. Look at that thing, it's awesome. Bam! This is one of my favorite snakes that Jay has here at Prehistoric Pets at the Reptile Zoo, and of course this would be very similar to a Dumerol's boa, but this is actually the Madagascan ground boa. So the Dumerol's boas are Dumerili, and these are Madagascarinensis, you know, the technical name on them. But regardless, the point is, they are a little bit different. The pattern is a little bit different, and these guys get really large. The other thing that's crazy is that they have a lot less babies. So the babies are born like twice the size of Dumerol's boas, and there's not many of these guys around. Dumerol's boas, I'm not gonna say they're common, and of course both of these come from Madagascar, but I'm not gonna say these are common, you know, Dumerol's are common, but Madagascan ground boas are much less common in the trade over here. Now, ironically enough, what I've heard from people and friends of mine that have been to Madagascar is you'll find more of these guys than you do Dumerol's boas, but in captivity it's the exact opposite. So anyways, one of my favorite snakes, 100%, the Madagascan ground boa. I just am loving this guy. All right, this is another one of my favorites, guys. This, of course, is what they call a false water cobra. And really, the reason they call them a false water cobra is because they will do the same type of deal as the cobras, and they will puff their necks up, but not as extreme, you know? So they have this kind of slight false look to them with cobras, and basically that's just a defense mechanism. I mean, you know, an animal like a cobra or a false water cobra just, you know, it puffs up because it wants, you know, the predator to think, look, I'm bigger than I am. Now, these guys do have a little bit of a mild toxin to them, but again, it kind of looks a lot like a cobra. If this was something and you weren't really familiar with the area that these guys are native to, you come across this, you actually think it is a cobra, you know, which is pretty cool. But these are become pretty popular in the pet trade as far as like more advanced keepers for the moment. But really cool animals, super interesting in that way. So whenever I get a chance to mess with a false water cobra, I'm all about it, so that's pretty awesome. So guys, I can't think of a better way to end my California adventure than spending some time here at Prehistoric. And what's really cool about Prehistoric Pets is not only is it a cool reptile shop, but it's also a little mini zoo. Of course, that reptile zoo is what it's tagged as. And I'll put all the links in the description to their videos and all their other stuff. But it's a really cool place. So if you're ever out in the SoCal area in Fountain Valley, you gotta come by and check this place out, because to me, this is like an adult Disneyland. You know what I mean? I just come in here and I say, look at what's going on with all these reptiles, and I love it. So I wish I could spend, as a matter of fact, I tell you what I'm going to do, guys, because I can't spend all day just showing you guys animals on the vlog. We got other things to do, got to wrap up the day. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a snakebite show. So pretty soon you're going to have a snakebite show specifically on my visit to the reptile zoo and Prehistoric Pets, and I'll just kind of showcase some really cool stuff. We're not going to do the huge pythons because we've done that here before, but there's some other stuff that's really cool. So stay tuned for that snakebites on my main channel, because I will do it. Okay, so I'm here at Prehistoric Pets still, and I ran into this guy. Number one, look at this shirt. Look at this guy. This guy's got a great shirt, and his name is Noah, just like my son, as a matter of fact. And I appreciate you coming out and hanging out. So it's great to meet you, man. I appreciate it.
Great to meet you too, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So where do you guys say you came from?
Up in Northern California.
So they came from Northern California. How awesome is that?
Yeah, I made you a couple things.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. Guys, this is awesome. Let's take a look and see what it is in here. All right, guys. This is awesome. It's so cool when people are awesome. Look at this, guys.
Bracelet.
That's bracelet's awesome. I love that stuff. You know, I had those bracelets from Africa. I wore forever until I broke them. Oh my gosh, and then look at that.
Necklace.
That is awesome. Take a look at this, guys. How cool is that right there, man, huh? Thank you so much. That's awesome. Take a look. That's a cool bracelet.
Snake knot bracelet.
That's a snake knot bracelet. How awesome is that? Nathan, thanks, brother. Thanks so much, man.
No problem.
It's so cool, man. You know, as I reflect on the last 6 days here in California, I want to talk a little bit about why I came out here. You know, you guys know I hooked up with a lot of really cool YouTubers, and we had a lot of fun. And the whole reason behind that is to just kind of continue to grow the vlog and to grow that brand so that I can reach people. You know, listen, I want to have fun. I want to encourage people. I want to pique curiosity. And I also want people to look at not just reptiles, but all animals and think that they're awesome. You know, we can organically grow, you know. Every month that goes by, we get more viewers. But when you go and you collab with these awesome people, especially the ones that really want to help you, you have huge growth spikes. And then, you know, you can bring those people along with the message that you want. It's not about me getting famous or me growing my popularity. It's about really doing things that I really love and being able to share them and kind of just encourage everyone in the things that mean a lot to me, which is of course wildlife and being positive and all those other things. So anyways, regardless, I'm wrapping up here in California. Tomorrow I head back home, back to Michigan. I'm only home I think for about a week, and then I head down to Oklahoma, and I've got some really cool things planned for down there, so I can't wait to bring you guys along on that. I hope you've enjoyed this journey. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure to be kind to somebody, and I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.